My name is Eddie Davey. I am the owner of Southern Cross Cheer and the coach of SCC Legacy. I've been involved in cheer since 2006. Like a lot of boys, I met a girl who was a cheerleader, wanted to impress her, so basically started to learn how to stunt and do things like that. And then like most boys, once you start cheer, you end up hooked. My first true team was called Saskatchewan All-Stars or something like that, which was basically like a lot of North American teams, just a grouping of people that created a team. And it trained in the back of a little dance hall on hard floors, things like that, and no one really knew what they were doing. Cheer was definitely small in Australia, but still not tiny. So it's one of those sports that you would never know how big it is until you're involved in it. And it's like that now still, and it's probably grown tenfold. What was amazing cheer for Australia now wouldn't stand up in our level 3. Like, our level 3 kids learn those skills within the first few weeks of our training.
Set it up, guys. Dancer's got to reprieve himself.
As a team, mentality-wise, we are starting to click. Like, the team is starting to generate that vibe and understand now. So there are teams that are better than us, there are teams that are worse than us, but it doesn't matter. The teams that hit will do great. You know, the teams that have absolutely amazingly hard routines can still win if they only have a couple of minor issues. You know, the way that we work is we need to hit, and then if we hit, our placement will be good because it's what we deserve.
Can I get this side of the pyramid spotting this for now, and can I get this whole side of the pyramid that's not involved in this to go over there? So can we get, Corey, you're part of this one. There's enough there spotting that. Can you guys just put her up in handstand?
1, 3,
5 up, 7. And then it's dip 5, isn't it?
Dip 7.
Dip 7, grab 5, dip 7. 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, get it, 1, fix it, fix it. Wow, you stand dead straight, stand 45, yeah? Okay. Just make sure you're shooting and looking up, but your body's here.
Yes!
I think the answer is no.
Hey, take a second to sink and roll. Things going up, things coming down, the tumble passes hitting, the jumps tucks coming through clean, and people being within a count on their dance, that's a zero deduction routine. So that's when we go and score and we hit 0, it doesn't mean the routine hits. Like a routine to hit means that everyone's movement is together. So every motion goes a certain way and hits perfect at the start of the count. The dance is done synchronized well together. The tumbling is timed perfect. You know, the stunt dips, the ups, the pyramid loads, the snaps, the looks, all those tiny little things that happen in the routine, they're all on count. We didn't hit 0 last year.
What, on comp floor?
We didn't hit 0. We had a under-rotating full quarter turn out, so technically we didn't hit 0. All our skills went up, came down, counts were decent, routine looked amazing, but we had one tumbling pass that didn't quite get through. So technically, if we run off last year, it may not be till Worlds. Realistically, as a coach, the aim is to get it there sooner than later, but not at the expense of cutting skills.
3, 5, 7, 8, 1, 3.
We trained Saturday night after we did the morning session and the stunt clinic. So the kids had a 6-hour day, which was done for 2 reasons. 1, we had our new girl from WA trying out to see if she was able to do things. 2, I wanted to destroy the team.
We just came off a Saturday training, which was probably the most dramatic and heated training that I think I've almost ever experienced in my 2.5, almost 3 years on Legacy now.
We had to hit 3 reps as a team for the dual stunt, which took 24 reps. And as you can imagine, everyone was extremely exhausted, extremely frustrated.
So my whole goal for Saturday night was to break someone down. I ended up breaking a couple of people down, which worked out awesome. One of which was Corey.
We did 20 in a row and I pretty much hit every single one, and I dropped the 20th one and I was really angry, and I was like, this is the point that I'm starting to wear out. It's like, I'm actually wearing out now. I'm actually tired. It's going to start affecting me. So I did speak too loudly. So I flipped it and told my teammates, just please, and I did it in a different way than I'm explaining it now.
Corey went from being encouraging Corey and loud, and he had an outburst. I guess he dropped his stunt in that rep and then just cracked it and said a few words he shouldn't have said,
Everyone was just kind of stunned at what was going on. It was a big blow up.
One of the other boys went up to Corey, and Corey had actually made one of the flyers cry at the time. Went up to Corey and said, "Don't ever do that again to my flyer," or something like that.
So he came up to me privately and got in my face, and I pretty much just flipped it.
Corey, being a 20-year-old boy, full of like enthusiasm and youthfulness, just cracked it, ran off screaming.
And to cut a long story short, there were plenty of tears, a few tantrums. Definitely some of the biggest clashes I've seen on a cheer team.
I struggled with controlling my anger sometimes, and it sucks, but I do use some things to help it out and to work on it, which I am.
There's going to need to be some rebuilding of trust and of personalities and some sorries and stuff like that. But I guess it was a bit of a wake-up call.
So we do 13s, 2 13s and an 18. That last run was terrible. Like, you're lucky it's 11 o'clock and we have these girls, basically, because we'd be staying back for a while, because with that backup, I don't know where you go. I don't care about anything else but hitting this routine, because there is 24 people going to Worlds right now. Multiply that by what it costs us, which is roughly 5K. If you're not spending any money over there, okay, what are we talking about? $120,000. The best teams in the world work together to become amazing together. Okay, we're not talking about individual skill set. We're talking about team skill set here. You need to come together as a team and work so much harder than you are right now outside of training to be better. I want you guys to look amazing. I don't care where we come. We can come last, but I want a good routine on the floor. And right now, we're not getting enough. You guys are pushing. You're fitter than you were last year. You are trying to apply yourself more. I'm not going to deny that, but you're not pushing enough to be a world-class team. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to change. You just need to suck it up and hate me a little bit because I make you do it. I'm cool with that.
He's really strict. If you don't do your stuff, then he will not like you. And I think coming from a gymnastics background, I'd always throw all my skills. It was never an option to not do it. So I think I've been okay. I think I've stayed on his good side by actually doing my skills every time. But it comes from a place of him wanting us to be the best we can. I know it's not he doesn't hate you personally, he just hates the way you're behaving. It's that kind of deal, so that's fair enough. It's going to be so worth it in the end.
There's 24 people, 14 boys and 10 girls, all with rather large personalities of their own type. Can be a lot to handle. A team like this, I tend to be more on the aggressive side than not. I tend to be more on the unforgiving side than not during practices, simply for the reason that if you sign up, you know what I'm like. Most people that are on the team, bar our Western Australian girl that we flew in, know exactly what I'm like. They've seen me for years, or they've seen me around teams for years. They know that I'm fairly cut and shut. So for the most part, I'm pretty straightforward. And if you can't deal with it, you just need to deal with it outside of practice and come back and make it work.
On day one, when we come out fourth, I think we were third on difficulty. It was like, what do I do now? The team's going to see this. I've got to show them the numbers because we always go over things. And they're going to be like, we should be in third place. And then I think Kenny went up and had a couple of words to a few of them as well and said, look guys, you've already done what you've done. Yesterday's run was enough. Today doesn't matter. Which is probably the nicest thing that anyone could say to a team like that, because that's a really tough place for a team from Australia that competes by themselves mostly, except for nationals. We have teams against us. To suddenly be in a division with, I think there was, it was 20s or 30s in the amount of teams to compete against last year, to suddenly be one of the top teams with the potential for medaling. It's a really tough place for a team to be in, especially when those teams you're medaling against are massive names. For him to come up and say, guys, you've already done it. It doesn't matter today. Just go and have fun. When they went on the floor, it was a different team, in the sense that they're a lot more calmer than normal. And as soon as they hit first stun, it's like, these kids have got it. Once they got to top two, it was just like what sort of thing? This doesn't make sense. We're not used to sitting, we haven't been in a situation where we could sit in between the biggest names, biggest gym names in the world sort of thing. When they called us second, it was just ridiculous. I don't know, people say fairy tale kind of feelings and things like that. it was pretty awesome. Like as far as feelings goes, it was just icing on top of the cake to be recognized like that. My biggest thing is just watching the athletes freak out, like, and just love it. Like seeing them have their time, I feel like they probably celebrated more than anyone there. Because for them, second place was something that was not even probably a question on their minds.
So we're doing a stunt clinic to raise funds for accommodation and transport while we're in Orlando, but it's also a way to give back to the community and kind of share the skills we've learned on our journey. So I think like monetarily it's come out to like $5,000 per person. It's been personally challenging to kind of raise that amount of money in such a short period of time as well.
Once you add in all your training, your flights and everything, so yeah. I mean, we'll be doing some fundraising, hence the clinic and everything today, so which is good. Hopefully it'll pay for some of it, but there's still a lot out of pocket.
I'm so poor. I am so poor. Yeah. It's expensive. Cheer is so expensive, but it's all worth it. At the end of the day, I'd be so happy that I spent all this money to go because I love it.
Is it exciting coming and stunting with Legacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your favourite bit about it?
Mine's the flying. I like flying.
Pretty much I usually base, but I just wanted to give it a go at flying, so I just came out to give it a go. And so, awesome.
I've stunted with a few different flyers, but not really that many Legacy flyers. So I thought it'd be a pretty good experience to come and throw a few different people around, get some valuable experience.
Made her come because she's my flyer.
Yeah, I was jealous that he went last time, and then I was like, I need to practice more and learn more. Well, we've been focusing on like partner basic heaps, so just like little niggly things like I go forwards and like leaning over the top.
Really just the basics that we're sort of missing in our gym. The amount of knowledge they have is just ridiculous.
This group of people to me is like a family. I only plan on being here for a year. I came over in 2013 and basically just fell in love with the team and with Australia and Melbourne.
I know that when we get to Orlando and it is training every day, really hard full on, I'll feel the pressure, but right now it's so fun and you know, it's hard work, but it's really enjoyable, so I'm just enjoying the routine at the moment. I hope I hit the cartwheel in the end pyramid, and once I've hit that, I'm like, okay, my routine is over, let's just finish it. But up until then, I'm like, squeeze everything until I get there.
I'm here every day in the gym, so up until Worlds, I have no life at all.
The Stunt Clinic is one of Legacy's many fundraisers, and every penny helps them on their way. However, it's only one of their many challenges.
Beck she come to me this week with a university conflict, and basically if she went to Worlds, she would fail the year.
She's actually not coming to Worlds anymore. She's had a clash with her university schedule, so she's going to be staying back.
Next time on Hitting Zero.
Losing one person, simple, we can fix that. Losing 5, like brand new routine, big problems.
I have 2 bulging discs on my back with partial tears.
My routine got like 10 times harder.
I just got taken out of second stunt today